What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle, and I'm going to give you the negative and the positive of the Oscars last night. And there's a bigger positive than negative than that came out of the Oscars last night, and I'm going to share that with you. Trayvon Free. I'm going to start with the bad and then get to the good. You're going to want to stay for the good. I'm going to get to the good as soon as possible. It's Tyler Perry. He landed right where this show is, and the whole purpose of me doing this YouTube channel out of my basement is basically what Tyler Perry said at the Oscars yesterday. I'm going to end not with a song, but with Ricky Gervais from last year's Golden Globes, his monologue. If you did not see that, if you don't know what I'm talking about, stay for that. But let me start with Trayvon Free. And this is the statement that he made after receiving an award.
Today, the police will kill 3 people. And tomorrow, the police will kill 3 people. And the day after that, the police will kill 3 people, because on average, the police in America every day kill 3 people, which amounts to about 1,000 people a year. And those people happen to disproportionately be black people. And
he went on to say, the most despicable thing a person can be is indifferent to other people's pain, and concluded by saying, I just ask that you please not be indifferent. Please don't be indifferent to our pain. I respect the latter part of that quote where he's talking about don't be indifferent to our pain. One of my biggest life lessons that I've ever learned, and I didn't learn it till I became an adult, is emotions. There's nothing wrong. You can never question someone's emotions. If someone watches this video right now and they feel like I'm the most crazy, racist, whatever person in the world, it's their opinion. And if their emotion are to hate me, I've learned I'm not questioning that. It's your right to hate me. It's my right to disagree, but it's your right. I can't question emotion. So if you have pain over police murders or police killings, because that wasn't even murders there that he's talking about, just in general, all the killings, we can't be indifferent to that pain. The feedback that Trayvon Free needs to get is when you talk about police killing 3 people a day and you don't give context, that is an anti-police statement. That is an unfair statement. So his goal isn't to be fair. His goal is to say, because he's a very smart guy. He's done a lot of big work in Hollywood. He's well respected. He knows what he's doing here. What he's saying is police are bad and don't question that because we have pain over death. That's not how it works, Trayvon. We respect your pain, but the statement of police killing 3 people a day, you need context. I was a statistics math major in college. One of the most dangerous things is looking at stats without context. So if I'm an alien, I drop down on Earth and I hear people saying, I don't know what police are. They're killing 3 people a day. Who are these murderers? That's what he presented it as. Brought no context. Didn't even say, we do want to respect our fallen officers that happened throughout the year, like Eric Talley, who in Boulder, Colorado, went into an active shooter situation, in my opinion, knowing the chances were much greater than not that he wouldn't make it out of there. Just for the love of his community. He was getting paid peanuts to put his life at risk. How much money would you need to get to walk into a King Soopers with an active, crazy shooter? He did that for his community. For his oath, why he did that. That was what he did. He was going to put his life above anything else. His family, anything else, to go in there for him, for his community. No context at all. See, Trayvon, you're a coward. What you did was cowardice, because that is the message. For whatever reason, that's for a different video, Hollywood is eating up, they're portraying, they're feeding it to us, and it's dangerous. So Trayvon, I'm not talking, Trayvon, I'm not talking about your feelings. Your feelings of pain are just. I am not hating you for your feelings. Don't portray police officers as murderers, though. That's not going to fly with me. So I want love. I want us to meet in the middle. But that doesn't mean I'm going to love everybody. If you're spewing hate, I'm going to call it out. The good news is, Tyler Perry, the good news is that there was an adult there. That's a child right there, a childish statement. It's a very disingenuous, malicious. That is a statement that's made with ill intent by Trayvon Free. And the great news is that we had an adult in the room. Tyler Perry came in. Here's what Tyler Perry said.
My mother taught me to refuse hate. She taught me to refuse blanket judgment. And in this time, and with all of the internet and social media and algorithms and everything that wants us to think a certain way, the 24-hour news cycle, it is my hope that all of us would teach our kids, and not only to remember, just refuse hate. Don't hate anybody. I refuse to hate someone because they are Mexican or because they are black or white or LGBTQ. I refuse to hate someone because they are a police officer. I refuse to hate someone because they are Asian. I would hope that we would refuse hate. And I want to take this Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award and dedicate it to anyone who wants to stand in the middle, no matter what's around the walls, stand in the middle, because that's where healing happens. That's where conversation happens. That's where change happens. It happens in the middle. So anyone who wants to meet me in the middle, to refuse hate, to refuse blanket judgment, and to help lift someone's feet off the ground, this one is for you too. God bless you, and thank you, Academy. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's where change happens. That's where conversation happens. Trayvon Free, that's where a discussion happens. So if you want to address the pain that you have, or that the people you're speaking on behalf of have, then you have to come to the middle to address that. Otherwise, you're on the sideline with your pain and no one else. Because we're not going to allow your pain to paint police officers in a negative light, all of them. Here are some responses that we got on Twitter. Sir John, I quote, Tyler Perry missed the mark with this straddle the fence speech, and it's a damn shame. I don't hate police officers. I hate the actions of corrupt officers in a corrupt system. To stand up there and insinuate that people hate the police is some right-wing bull he just spewed. Right? There's nothing wrong with being a moderate. I'm a moderate myself on many issues, but I would have never said what he said. Being a police officer is a choice. Being black is not. To throw out that false equivalency was a big letdown for me. So when you look at the mindset, Twitter is very valuable because how often do you get to go in the streets or just poll or talk to the average citizen of our country? Now, you're right, could be a bot or this or that. There's negatives too, but there's positives. This is how people really think. There are people that really think. Even if Sir John is a bot, which I don't think so, there are people who share those views. 72 likes. There's likes people understand, resonate with that. Tyler Perry missed the mark with this. I don't hate police officers. I hate the action of corrupt officers. Sir John, if this is about corrupt officers, then why in a following tweet does he say being a police officer is a choice? Why wouldn't he say being a corrupt police officer is a choice? Because it's not about that. Saying we're going to attack just the corrupt police officers is like saying we're going to attack just the racists. There will always be racists. I hope everyone understands that. It's impossible to eliminate racism. It's impossible to eliminate corrupt police officers. So we should try to do our best to get them the hell out of there. But that you just painted all police officers as making a choice and then said it's not about all police officers. This is emotion. And what's being conflated is the pain that, in my opinion, Sir John has, and taking that pain and then translating it into attacking all police officers and defending the attack on all police officers because of that pain. Pain is emotional and justified. The attack on police officers is not and will never be okay. Another tweet. Meet in the middle with racists. So you see the mentality is if you don't agree 100%, then you're a racist. And if you're a racist, then I don't have to meet in the middle with you. Such a brilliant yet evil strategy that is for another video, that this is being done purposely, in my opinion, in our country, and it's working beautifully. I mean, it's working probably better than anyone could imagine. And it's going to tear us apart if we don't do something about it. Tyler Perry's speech is the process of healing. And it's going to take more courage. It's going to take more leaders. We'll see what happens to Tyler Perry in Hollywood. Is there backlash against him for doing that? Because to my knowledge, he was the only one who had the courage. Can you believe that that milquetoast statement constitutes as courage nowadays? The process of healing is going to take a lot of time. And until we see more people like Tyler Perry speaking out, almost to the point where you're tired of hearing it, until we get to that point, there is no movement or push to healing, and then we can get to some productive conversation and hopefully legislation. I'm going to end with this video from Ricky Gervais. And the point of this is Ricky Gervais clashed with Hollywood in exposing the hypocrisy. And that's what has to happen for people to be humbled. You can't have all these people in the echo chamber of this righteousness porn, as Sarah Silverman called it, without anyone saying what's going on. Stop it. You have to have that balance. And Ricky Gervais, in a different way than Tyler Perry, they both provided some balance that was heavily needed in this arena. You're definitely going to hear Tyler Perry use these drops throughout my channel because of how eloquently he said it. And of course, he said in the middle, so it fits right in. So get used to hearing that drop throughout videos on this channel. I'm going to play Ricky Gervais. Thanks a lot for listening. Take care.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did. NBC clearly don't care either. 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no, shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. But Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, OK? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right. But seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. I mean, that'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the best actors have jumped to Netflix and HBO, you know. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids, really. Have we got an award for most ripped junkie? No. No point. We know he'd win that. Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? It's tiny. Right. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. Look, it was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? Oh. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award